Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back like Jordan, wearing the 4-5. This is the 45th episode of the Heel Hook Show. I'm Ash. As you can see, across the other side of the Atlantic, my boy Eddie is on the other side.
Yo, why the fuck did he come back though?
Because he sucked at playing baseball.
Yeah, but at least come back with like 23. Don't come back with 4-5. I know I did 4-5 and all that. Yeah. I get that, but still, come on, dog. Come on, man. I know. You know what? I'll tell you what. Good that he came back the first time, but the second time, why? Why, Jordan? You fucked it all up, man.
I think, though, with that same thing said, still the GOAT. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be very hard to get him out of that spot.
I was gonna say you're gonna literally need like some genetic freak to come through and take that spot, but
that's already there. It's just he hasn't won enough titles to win it.
I don't think that even. I don't know. I think the difference is like Jordan played with killers. Jordan played with killers. Every team had at least one killer on back in the day. Now, not so much.
You know, that's a hard argument to use, though, because if we use that argument, then no one will ever be better than Jordan just because of the time.
Okay, I'll put it this way. Era. If LeBron James went to the West and got 2 titles for whatever team, say he goes to the Lakers, I know, big shout and all this stuff, but just a team that you could say, he goes to the Lakers, he wins 2 trophies, 2 rings. Okay. Don't you think we can call him one of the greatest of all time now because he's competing in the toughest conference? He's beating the toughest people.
Well, yeah, fair enough. But at the same time, it's like, again, I don't know. The whole argument's weird. I'm not saying LeBron's the GOAT. Don't get me wrong.
No.
I'm definitely not saying that. I am saying, like, let's chill the fuck out on this whole, well, you know, he went back in time. If there was a time machine, bro, and LeBron went back there, bro, and he won, but it has to be with the motherfucking Cleveland Cavaliers, and he can only have one fucking decent player on his team, and he has to average 45 points a game. Like, I mean, that's literally where we're going.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying that, though. I'm just saying that he needs to.
Yeah, but I'm not saying you. Yeah, I'm not saying you. I'm saying, like, the arguments I have with people, I always say he's number 2, right? I always put LeBron at number 2. And everyone goes after him with Kobe, and I'm like, Kobe had Shaq. Kobe had Pau Gasol, LeBron Odom, and Ron Artest. Kobe had massive teams, and nobody talks about it. But oh no, God forbid LeBron goes with Dwayne Wade or fucking Chris Bosh or Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving because, oh shit, no, we can't have that. Fucking idiots. I swear to God, everyone's a fucking hypocrite bullshitting with that.
Quick question.
I'm not defending LeBron.
No.
All right. I enjoy watching LeBron play, but let's cut the shit, man. Come on. Number 2 at least.
The draft. There was talks of them revamping the draft so that the worst team wouldn't get the first pick. And they'd get, like, say, the 5th or 6th pick. What's your thoughts on that?
Wait, okay, because I heard about they want to change it. What are they proposing?
They're proposing that this is just loosely what I've read and heard, so this might be a little bit inaccurate, so bear with. But from what I've read and seen, apparently what they're wanting to try and work out is basically because a lot of teams are tanking on purpose so they can get the better picks so then they can build for the future. So like the 76ers can turn around and say, fuck it, we're just going to play dog and then we're going to get better picks. And then we'll really for the future. And it's slightly unfair because at the end of the day, your reputation's in dispute. Your credentials are in dispute. You're throwing games and, you know, that's just not part of any sport should be like. And I get that it's a money thing for the owners and stuff like that, but you know, you only have to look at just as English football. Like, you look at Leicester City, who did one of the biggest sporting upsets of all time in any sport, from going the season before, you know, scraping from relegation and nearly being demoted from the Premier League and being relegated into a lower league, and then the next season they win the league with no big money signings, no best players in the world coming through, near enough the identical same squad, and they win the league. So I don't think that it's fair that teams can go out there and say, fuck it, we're going to lose for 3 seasons, we're going to get 3 decent picks, and then the season after that, that's when we're going to be good. That's when we're going to try.
Well, look, the Sixers would be pissed, right? Because the process bullshit means we're going to suck and lose on purpose for fucking ever and then we're gonna get draft picks. That's the process.
Yeah.
Because look, NBA teams make money no matter what. A lot of money, no matter what. However, if you suck ass, if you're an awful team, but your salary is fucking lowest in the league, you're coming out with profits. Okay. And I'm telling out of experience, fucking Robert Sarver, the owner of the Phoenix Suns, consistently did this, right? He got lucky as fuck that Nash was his highest paid player for years, Steve Nash, right? They got lucky drafting Amari Stoudemire. They got lucky that Shawn Marion didn't ask for too much money. Okay. And they had one of the lowest salaries in the league while winning the most games. It was like 62-20 or some shit one season, right? And it was just like Robert Sarver bought the team. He was just like, fuck yeah, let's keep making money like this. He's a Wall Street guy. Well, comes time to pay Amari Stoudemire. He goes, no, I'm not paying him. Fair enough. He had one good season with the Knicks, and then fucking there goes his career, right? Fair enough.
You don't know that until.
But we don't know, had he stayed, what would have happened, right? So let's assume that the medical staff, which by the way in Arizona is like premier, like one of the best medical staffs in the country, and that's not just Phoenix Suns. That's also Arizona Cardinals and all the other teams. So let's say you could have extended his career longer. Might have been worth the $70-some million you were going to spend on him, right? So regardless, this guy's a cheap piece of shit. Also, he's a Wall Street guy, so he's not trying to fucking have to have his money tied up. Wall Street guys don't want their money tied up for too long. They want to boom. Build, buy cheap, sell high. That's how Wall Street guys do.
Exactly.
And so that's why he's a fuckhead right now. And everyone, they don't hate him, but nobody here likes him. And for years they hated him after Amari left. So anyway, you can still make money being a losing team. Okay, while bringing up your draft picks and shit. Here's what happens every fucking year. Every time the Suns, and I'm telling you again from experience, I had season tickets to the Suns for 3 seasons. Yeah, one was a partial, and the other 2 seasons full, all 41 games. I stopped buying them because they got expensive as shit once they started winning. You know what I mean? I lucked out and I bought them the year they drafted, right before they drafted Amari Stoudemire. I bought them. They were cheap as shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck y'all, get them what? Go to basketball games, get drunk with my friends and hang out. And I love basketball. Why not? And I get to watch other guys come here and whoop our ass. Fine. Whatever, right? Well, then they get good. They get Steve Nash. It's like, oh shit, they got Steve. All right, see what's up. Well, they got Amari first. Then they got Steve. And it's like, oh shit, they got Steve and Amari and Shawn Marion, Quentin Richardson, Joe Johnson. What? And people are like, oh, they're gonna suck anyway. I'm like, do you know what kind of basketball Mike D'Antoni coaches? Fast, run, shoot threes, almost exclusively threes at times, and pick and rolls, right? And so I was fucking loving it, right? Once I stopped, they got retarded expensive. I was just like, I can't do it no more. Sorry, guys. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, we hope you come back in the next year and stuff. I'm like, nah, fuck that. So expensive as shit. Then the next year, after Steve Nash leaves the Lakers and all that, we've been awful for years. Every time they draft somebody, they call me. Okay, like one of their salespeople calls my phone, and I mean they do this to everybody that has even bought a 1 game ticket to fucking Suns. Right? They get your phone number and they call you. They go, hey, we just drafted. I think a couple years ago we just drafted. Wow, I can't remember his name. Booker. What's his first name? Booker, shooting guard. Devin Booker.
I was out on that time, weren't I?
It's all good. Devin Booker is the shit. He's like one of my favorite players, and I can't believe I forgot his name, but it's been a long fucking day, dude. So what can I say? But Devin Booker, anyway. Devin Booker, they drafted him, and they call me, and they're like, hey, we just drafted Devin Booker, the Kentucky guard. Maybe you should look at getting tickets again. How much are they? Well, and they're just slightly cheaper than when Steve Nash was there. And I go, no, I'm good, man. I'm cool. Thanks. We're good. Well, why not? And I'm like, nah, fuck that. What does Philadelphia 76ers do? Hey, we got the number 1 pick. We're going to take Ben Simmons, huh? Come on. Or we got Jahlil Okafor. Or we got Joel Embiid. They have 3 number 1 or at least top 3 picks in their lineup.
Yeah. And
they still suck ass. Okay? This is what they do. So they've needed to change this fucking lottery system for years now. Because it's not fair at all, dude. It's fucking awful. Basically, for people that don't know, the more games you lose, the more ping pong balls you get. It's literally how they do it. They put ping pong balls with your team logo on it in a fucking machine, like the goddamn lottery, which technically literally is a lottery.
Yeah.
And the more balls you have, the more chances you get to get the pick. That's how it works. So for the last 2-3 years, Sixers, Nets, Kings. Now Kings don't tank. They're just awful. They try to win, but they're fucking suck. All right, but the Nets have tanked by fucking sending all their talent elsewhere. And the fucking Sixers have almost exclusively tried to lose. Like, they literally tell their fans, hey, it's a process. Just trust the process, aka we're gonna lose every game on purpose. Like we're gonna try to lose every game as much as possible. Oh, Joel Embiid is good. Hey guys, his foot sucks. What are you talking about? My foot is fine. No, your foot's broken. No, my foot is fine. No, we're sitting you the rest of the year. Your foot's broken. But trust us, you don't know shit. Your foot's broken. Literally how it works. So do they need to change it? Goddamn, I need to change it. I honestly don't even care how they change it. All right, but change it ASAP because I would love to see the Cavaliers Brooklyn pick, right? Okay, so if anyone doesn't know, they traded Kyrie Irving to the Celtics, and part of their haul was his unprotected, and protected means that literally they're protected, number one or first round pick for the Brooklyn Nets, who are going to be ass this year, just total ass this year.
100%.
They're gonna get a high pick. I would love for them to change it now. Get to the draft with like picking number 10. I'd be like, fuck yes. I would love it. I love chaos.
They'll probably give it like 1 year just because of like it being so recent. But yeah, that'd really suck for a team like now.
Like the Cavs, like the fucking not the Lakers. Who else is like whoever sucks. Suns included, mind you. We're not gonna do great. I know that.
With that same thing said though, I think it's going to be really interesting to kind of see how they're going to implement it. I heard that there were about talks of potentially making it so that if you would get the first pick again, then you'd be backrolled with who were within that like top 6, and you'd go to 6, and then everybody would bump up one. So if you got number 2, you'd go number 1. But if you'd had it the year before and you were first the year before, you'd go to 6, and everybody else would bump up from 2 to 6 to 1 to 5, and then number 1 would move to number 6.
Well, I mean, look, the Cavaliers had the number 1 pick, what, fucking like 3 times in 5 years?
Yeah.
Something like that, right? Yeah, dude, it's fucking it's bullshit. Mind you, they fucked it up badly. Okay, Kyrie Irving, home run, fucking wants out. Okay, and they draft Anthony Johnson, dog shit. Anthony Johnson, is that right? Anthony Johnson? No,
Sure. No.
Benning. Anthony Bennett. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Rumble for some reason.
Why are you thinking about Rumble, bro?
Because they look alike. If you look up Anthony Bennett, Anthony Johnson, like body size.
Yo, it's Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua. I can't even.
This one that you're doing. I don't hear your shit. Don't give me shit, Ash. You just did it right now.
I'm just going.
That's your countryman right there, motherfucker. What the
Yo, it's a game over right now. I was just thinking of a big dude playing basketball, like hench as fuck, knocking bitches out the way. So yeah, if Rumble or AJ was gonna be on the fucking basketball court, that'd be legit as fuck.
That'd be crazy.
Imagine if I started playing center.
Who?
Like big motherfuckers. Like I'm talking like hench dudes. You know, like just make sure they have a good vertical on them, bro.
It'd be dirty.
Like I don't care what anybody says. Like when these big jack dudes and that, like I know that like for the basic premise of it all, it's usually like tall and big for centers. But it'd be gnarly as fuck if you could get like an athletic 6'5", 6'6" center, but he was just hench as fuck. Just built like a unit, like a tank. Like I'm thinking like a Francis Ngannou playing at center.
What do you want? Sorry, my dog just came up. Like she's looking at me like, "Hey, I want something." Anyway, I'll help you in a minute, okay? Anyway, it's like Charles Barkley was 6'4" playing power forward, dude, and he used to regularly block the shit out of stuff. Like,
well, they made a rule change because of him. That back stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Fucking basketball, man. I wish it was more exciting. But
I think it's going to be because it seems to be changing in that direction. I think that you always seem to notice that, like, sports, they kind of have cycles of what's popular. And, like, for the most part of it, you see these cycles go round and round. Some stay permanently, but, like, worldwide, a lot of them never become worldwide. Like, I don't care what anybody says, American football is slowly becoming worldwide, but it is not worldwide yet.
Not yet. Although seeing English people wearing fucking Kansas City Chiefs jerseys, I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, but it's a cheap version of like rugby for us. So it's like watching the exact thing, but like on a global. I think what the problem is because we've grown up with rugby. I'm not a rugby fan at all, by the way. I hate rugby. I think it's trash. But the thing that's just is what it is. Like, but with that same thing said, because it's a very English thing, And that's, you know, I know Australia and New Zealand, and I know a few other countries like France and whatnot, and some other countries in Europe, they're big into it, but it's not their premier sport. It's like their second or third sport. Apart from for Australia and New Zealand, it's their first sport. Point being is, though, it's just not a big sport on a global stage, whereas American football it's all the bells and whistles, and I think like it's a more fancy version of rugby. So for a small country like ours, we kind of go, yo, that'd be pretty cool, like rugby on a global scale, you know? Yeah, why not? And we're kind of drawn to it. Do you know what I mean?
No, I got you on that. No, but the thing is, hold on, we got people on the chat talking about what we're talking footy.
Oh,
what is going on right now? And then what up, Keith? And then Larry Johnson was basically basketball version of Rumble. Goddamn right he was. Larry Johnson, remember him? Goddamn he was. Yeah, dude. I don't know other sports. You know what's funny? Because I hate baseball. I'm naming no buts about it. I can't stand baseball. Last time I watched baseball that I actually gave a shit was when everyone was roided the fuck out, and it was awesome. If any sport needs fucking steroids, it's baseball. Please put steroids back in baseball. Let's stop pretending that anyone wants to watch a pitching battle. That's bullshit. Like, nobody wants to go, oh, shit, he's got a no-hitter. Oh, this is amazing. No one's hit anything he's thrown at him. This is amazing. This is the greatest day of our lives. We've sat here for 5 fucking hours of nothing. What are we pretending to do here?
This is how I feel about watching cricket and watching American football.
Yeah, look, it's all about taste, right? But like the baseball's supposed to be America's pastime, which, by the way, don't buy that bullshit. It's football. American football is America's pastime, 1,000%. All right, baseball's in the back burner with all the 50-plus-year-olds that can't move for shit and can't play in their fucking backyard. That's what it is. All right, so those fat slobs are sitting over there going, "All right, Billy, let's go to the back and play catch," because then Daddy doesn't have to even jog. He can just stand there with his fat ass and a beer and throw baseballs.
I genuinely can't think of. When even in small, like, I have no interest in American football. But I'll know who like Odell Beckham is and a few other people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know names. I could not name you literally one baseball player, like at all.
I know one that's like actually playing right now, and it's that kid from the Yankees that looks like he's like on roids. What's his name?
Probably is.
Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge.
No idea.
Look him up. He's massive. By the way, if we put him in the heavyweight division, he'd be insane. Maybe he could actually fight. Actually, but I don't know.
He probably throws a mean right.
Yeah, he's a mean something. He's angry as fuck.
What's his name? Aaron what?
Aaron Judge, I think is his name. If someone knows, put it in the comment section because I don't remember for sure. But they keep putting him on SportsCenter every fucking 5 minutes. Just like Aaron Judge watch. Will he hit another home run? Like, give him steroids. I bet he hits one. But anyway.
He's got a long neck and a long head.
That's the other problem. That's the other problem too. You'd have to like consistently put him up against like Stephen Struve.
Joe, he has the longest. You could sink a rear naked choke around that thing with your leg.
Yeah, maybe. No, true enough. That being said, he could probably flex and stop it. Okay.
Yo, this guy has the longest. Where's he from? Like, is he American? Like, is he American?
I'm pretty sure he's American.
Like, I didn't know if he had like any like other ethnicity, or whatnot.
I'm pretty sure he's American. I'm not sure.
He looks like Stephen Struve got put in the washing machine and shrunk a bit.
I'm telling you, man. Put him in the heavyweight division. Let's do this shit. No, but
messed up.
Regardless, speaking of the heavyweight division, it sucks.
Where did that come from?
We didn't get to see Ngannou and JDS on one Saturday. That's where we came from.
Yeah, did you see Francis Ngannou's tweet where he was like, "This should be my night"? You're like, whoa.
100%, it should be his night. Hell yeah, Dana White was the only reason Dana White was gonna go, and he didn't go. He was not in the building. Brad Akamoto tweeted that shit out, and people were like, "Well, of course he's not there. He's throwing a fucking fit in his little private jet somewhere." But
I'd be pissed if you lost 2 of your main attractions out of 3.
Certainly, but it's still a pay-per-view.
No, I understand that.
Get your ass to the fucking spot, dude.
I respect that, but there's a part of me that just, I don't know how it sits with me with the fact that, like, imagine if, like, the next card, like 3 of the big fights, like say 2 of the big fights got taken off of it. You'd be like, and your main event as well being one of them. Like that'd suck dick. Like that. I'm not saying he shouldn't be
suck.
that. I'm saying fucking hell. I couldn't think of anything worse other than having to cancel a pay-per-view like they did. We're at 151.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, 150, 151. Yeah, they canceled because John Jones didn't want to fight Chael Sonnen.
Yeah, on short notice.
You know what? Looking back at that, I don't blame him because Chael Sonnen was roided to the gills, son.
Oh yeah.
That being said, John Jones might have been too. You never know. It might have been a fair fight.
Was he though?
I don't know. Was he?
He might have been hard.
No. That's the problem. We don't know.
I hate that.
No. Everything's in question now.
Don't turn around and say to me, you can't talk about something like you can't go back in the past, bro. You just literally is on all the roids, like every roid. I said
it's possible.
I saw him go on a podcast and talk, I can't remember whose it was, and they legitimately said that he's an expert on PEDs, and I was like, wow, you made
Sonnen or Jones
out of being the guy known for doing PEDs, and you're happy about that.
Oh, Sonnen?
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Sonnen. Sonnen's a pro wrestling promo type of guy. He knows how to buy shit.
No, I understand that, but still, the point being is like, what message does that send to your kids? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't think. Here's the thing. Let's talk about that shit real quick, because that bothers the fuck out of me. What does this tell the children? I don't know. Maybe the parents should do their fucking job. That's what.
He is the parent. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, to his kids?
Yeah.
Oh, that's his problem, dude.
No, but I'm just saying though, like, say his kid turns around. Say his kid looks at his dad and is like, "Yo, you're a wrestler, yeah," and he's like, "Yeah, my first thing," and then MMA this, and it's like, cool, and then he gets into high school.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody goes, I got something that'll make your dick hard and it'll make you huge and nobody will be able to wrestle with you. Nobody. They call it the Jones. You ain't going to be able to deal with shit. He turns around and is like, I don't know. Oh, God. Mm-hmm. And then he actually takes him home and his dad finds it. Chael walks in. He's like, cuts a promo on him, like, what up, son? And then starts writing some really stupid profanity.
Yeah.
And he goes, what the fuck is that on there? And he's like, I was thinking, and he's like, are they PEDs? And he's like, yeah. There's two things that are going to happen. Either Chael Sonnen's going to go, let me see if they're shit or not, because
he would know.
Or he's going to try and say, don't take those. We can do that without taking steroids. You're good enough without them. And the kid goes, yo, you're Mr. PED. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
I think, it's funny, but I don't know. Chael Sonnen seems to be, I wonder if he's got to. I don't buy that he doesn't know how to separate real Chael from bullshit Chael. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, like, we've seen, like, wrestlers and, like, old wrestlers that can't get out of their own shtick. You know what I mean? That, like, had to play, like, Jake the Snake Roberts was, like, a maniac in the fucking ring, and then he was a maniac outside of it, too. Ended up being a fucking drunk.
Cocaine, heroin, and alcohol. Right. And but that was, like, the rock and roll days. Like, you're talking about, like, the 80s and shit, like, and a little bit of the early 90s. And it's a different thing. Like, we're talking in the modern era. Chael Sonnen was an avid PED user and openly cool about it.
Bro, our former light heavyweight champion was on coke and fucking weed and, like, sandblasting hookers and maybe would have been a PEDs the whole time. I don't think it's too far-fetched to believe that happened. You know what I mean?
That might be the greatest expression ever, sandblasting hookers.
I forgot who said it, so I think it was DC? Yeah, that's right, DC. Yeah. But I remember Joe Rogan asked, what is sandblasting a hooker? He's falling over laughing.
God damn.
It just sounds hilarious, by the way.
It's just the sandblasting. But I understand where you're coming from. But what I'm saying to you is, though, there's a big difference between guys that travel, like, the country, like your country, like a big country, and they travel for 300 days a year, competing, whatever you want to call it, like performing 300 days out of 365 days a year. And they're on the road, they're in hotel to hotel or on a bus or, whatever. And there's a difference between that and, like, an athlete who has the luxury of going, I'm not fighting because I'm not medically cleared for 6 to 9 months. I'm going to smoke some weed. I'm going to do some cocaine and chill. And then when fight camp starts, he just cuts it out or doesn't, allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't know, man. There's a lot of like little little, I guess, nuances, not nuances, but there's like little things to every sport, right? That would dictate the whole PD thing. I don't know. It's fucking weird, dude. I'm
It's
over
just
here
a bad
reading.
rep to have, isn't it?
It's an awful rip to have. I mean, look, Barry Bonds never tested positive for shit. Yet he's like the steroid king of baseball. Why? And he's never tested positive for anything. But the reputation is that he was on some shit.
Yeah, but at least he was a star. At least Lance Armstrong was a star. Like, we're talking about Sonnen.
True. Well, Sonnen talked himself into being a star when there wasn't a star.
Yeah, but he was like a cubic zirconian.
Okay.
He's a fake diamond. Like that's what he is. He's like
no, for sure.
It's like when you look up and you go, is that a shooting star or is that an airplane? Like it's not the same thing. Like he's not. He's kind of one of those. He's a spoof, if anything. He's like a parody of what an MMA fighter should be.
Right. But remember, perception is reality. You know what I mean? We perceive, like we were sold a bill of goods on Chael Sonnen, but he's this world-class wrestler, and he's world-class this and world-class that, and he's one of the best fighters in the UFC, yet he got his ass beat a ton and jacked everyone for a ton of money off his promos. Now, fair enough, do your thing, but he made everyone believe that he was just like, you know, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing about Chael Sonnen. But you're right. It's a fake diamond thing. Like, analogy is perfect.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, when you go back, it's like when you mention the previous people like Barry Bonds, when you mention Lance Armstrong and all these people, like, I don't mind hearing them talk about PED because they were the best in the world at what they did. Like, I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Like, at least I can turn around and go, well, they know what they were talking about because they were the best in the world. Chael Sonnen got his ass kicked on all the PEDs. So a part of me just goes, was he using shit PEDs or was he just shit? Like, what is it? Where are we going? Like, is he just one of these guys that just, you know, it was a crutch, but even the crutch wasn't good enough to propel him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't even believe his own hype.
Right. That's the weird thing about Chael Sonnen is he came at a time where, you know, we had Anderson Silva, you know what I mean? And then when Anderson Silva, you know, when he wasn't fighting Anderson Silva, he was fighting John Jones, the GOAT, possible GOAT. You know what I mean? He just, I don't know. Chael Sonnen's a weird guy. I'm tired of Chael Sonnen, to be honest with you. Like, I'm kind of done with Chael Sonnen.
I just kind of, a few years now. Just kind of disappear. Like, I don't mind him making money, but like, it just seems kind of cheap when he's known as the PD guy and he's going on talk shows and, you know, podcasts and all that kind of stuff because he has knowledge of PEDs. And it's like, do you though? Because you didn't use them, right? You know, couldn't use them that well. But I don't know. I just don't know how it sits for me when it comes down to him. But
yeah, I don't know. I'm done with Chael. I just don't give a shit. Chael, unfortunately, Tito, anybody that's old as shit in Bellator, I'm done with you. I'm sorry. I can't play your game anymore and give you a try. At least look, get paid, 100% get paid, but don't expect me to take you seriously ever.
So Ben Askren then. Hey.
Ben Askren, get paid, dog. Can't take you seriously.
I am the best welterweight in the world.
Hey, with an asterisk, and at the bottom of the page, in Asia only, the Asian world. That's what it is. Fuck that. Right. No, look, man. He's probably a great fighter. He's a great wrestler, certainly, and he did get fucked over kinda by Dana White. But if you were trying to get to the highest level in MMA, why would you piss off the guy? And look, it's all shitty. That whole situation was shit, right? Can we agree on that?
It was shit on both sides, yeah.
Oh, certainly. That's why I didn't give a fuck that he can come over.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Just end this shit. Let's move on. There's other guys at 170 that I give a shit about. Ben Askren is not one of them. But
with that same thing said, we'll talk about some 170s then.
All right.
Those Angeles looked pretty damn good, didn't they? I have to admit.
Sure, man. I mean, you know, I'd like to see that drug test, but no. I'm kidding. Hey, you know who did that? Who did that though? You know who did that? Fred Kirby goes off on Saturday night right after the pay-per-view. Him and I jumped on a post-fight show, and that's the first thing he said about RDA. He was like, "This motherfucker's cheating." I'm like, "Huh? What?" And he might be. You never know. He looked big as fuck though, and he beat the shit out of Emil Magny. That being said, Neil Magny is not even a mediocre 170. He had a chance and he's fucked it up.
He's a goat. He's a goat. He's a gatekeeper.
Not even, dude. Neil Magny.
But I'm just saying, like, he's one of those guys that you can put in the middle, and like, then he can go on to fight. Like, if you beat Neil Magny, you can just go on and fight like the top 5. Then, like, whoever beats Neil Magny gets a top 5er.
Oh, really?
That seems to happen, though. Like, it happens with there's certain people. I'm not saying that they're gatekeepers in the sense of, like, they're a proving ground. I'm just saying that he seems to be the guy who, like, gets beaten and then gets thrown to the, like, whoever finishes him goes on to, like, either get a title shot or gets, like, a number 1 contendership.
Or you're Neil Magny and you win a fight and they're like, yeah, you're not getting a title shot. It's just sad. But, yeah, no, you're right. Look, okay, well, let's talk about this. We're talking about titles. RDA is like, I'm coming for that belt, Tyron, and Tyron Woodley is like, yeah, I'm not giving you this shit. Tyron Woodley against RDA, I'm not interested in.
I'm not biased
at all, because it just seems like Tyron Woodley. I'm interested in seeing Tyron Woodley fight regardless, like at all. And this is Robbie Lawler, because I think Robbie would come after him like a bat out of hell. Won't be none of this Woodley Thompson shit.
Yeah, but with that same thing said, does he get slept again?
Maybe, but at least he'll come forward and make it entertaining. What the fuck?
That's the only thing.
Okay. Yeah,
you know
whatever.
Jorge Masvidal. That's the only person I want to see fucking fight Tyron Woodley.
Him or Nick Diaz, because they would actually fight this dude. But no, listen. But Matt, no.
Nick Diaz is dead.
Stop it. No, not
dead.
yet.
He got fat and moved to Miami. He's gone. Like, I'm sick of all this bullshit with the Diaz brothers. Look, until they sign a fucking piece of paper, I'm sick of hearing about them. It's the same thing when people used to say to me, I'm not going to talk about this Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather until they sign a contract. I get it now. I'm sick of hearing about the Diaz brothers. I'm done.
That being said, hey,
I want to see him fight, but I refuse to.
That being said,
mystical and magical if he fought against because fucking fighting. That
being said, prepare to talk about Nate a whole lot. That fight's coming. Anyway, we can talk about that later.
And I will as soon as he signs the contract. It annoys
me. The man.
Nick, I understand they want the money's worth, but it's like we're never going to see either of them guys fight people who we'd like to see them fight. Like, we're not. Would you like to see Masvidal? Would you like to see Masvidal versus Nick Diaz?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Guess what? Never going to happen because they're not going to pay him $5 to $10 million to fight him. So
exactly,
he's going to take that fight. Would he fight in DSP?
No, but listen. No, yeah, but here's the thing. That being said, okay, if you won the lottery today, would you go back to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I would, and then I'd literally strip down to my briefs, piss on all of my work clothes, and then walk out real quick.
What do you think Nick Diaz did, bro? Okay, that's what he did. Nah,
he didn't though. He got suspended, and then he just
got
it revoked. That's all. That
and then he pissed on the fucking commissioners. That was hilarious. Fifth Amendment. I still laugh about that shit. No, but Gundeath says I like Tyron, but I will never pay to watch him fight again. Me neither, dude. I mean, I'm in the same boat. Never pay. Never ever pay ever. The Nick Diaz thing is weird. It's just because I'm with you. I'm kind of getting tired of like almost like defending that. You know what I mean? Defending him. Because I kind of do. Like I kind of do, right? Because it's like it's just weird. It's like yeah, I want to keep him relevant long enough to give him a good fight and get him paid. But it's like either UFC's not offering him, a big fight, or he don't want to fight. And if he don't want to fight, fine. Just don't fight. That's it.
I think his brothers have really formatted a culture of fans, like cult. They've got like the kind of like cult classics. Like you want to see them fight.
Oh yeah.
And they have like a stigma about them. And if you not necessarily you, but there's some people that are like hardcore fans, as we call them. And these guys like they're the messiahs. And it's like these guys won't fight unless they're getting a boatload of money. And guess what? They're only going to fight big names. And guess what? They're not going to fight against big fucking names. It's just not going to happen. Like, you can't give these guys big name fights. The only one that they can get is Conor. That's it.
And he'll get it.
If Conor wants to fight.
Oh, he'll fight him. No, Conor wants that fight too. Please believe. He don't want none of that. I don't think Conor McGregor wants to go out. I mean, maybe he does want to go out. Maybe he doesn't give a fuck, right? Maybe he doesn't give half of a shit what anyone thinks of him. And he probably doesn't. Good for him. He should definitely be that way. But if he gives a little bit of a shit about, his legacy and all of the stuff that's important to those guys, then maybe, then he'll be like, I need to fucking finish this. Otherwise, people are going to be like, yeah, you beat it. Like I do. I do it all the time to you because I know you're a bigger fan of McGregor than I am. I go, yeah, he beat Nate at 202 by majority decision when he tapped to Nate at 196. Who got finished, bitch? That's exactly what he's thinking, what he would be thinking about. And then he signed that contract for the third fight, I think. And not to mention, you gotta pay McGregor, and McGregor's gonna be expensive.
I'll retort one question that you just asked me.
Okay.
If you woke up, because bear in mind, Conor will do this. There'll be a moment in a couple months' time when all of his people have checked the dots and checked the commas and they checked the zeros and they ticked it all off and they know how much money he's got. When he goes online and he types in his little passwords, clink, and he looks at his bank account and it's like like 100 million plus, and it says like plus. Like, and then whatever amount, like say 100 and whatever million that's just getting put into his bank account. Would you want to go back to work? Would you want to go back and get punched?
No. And that's what I'm saying, 100%. More than it's very possible he don't come back. All right, but
like, that's what I'm saying. Like you're talking about, like, would you go back to work? Like I go to work and
no. It's
like I'm going to go to a normal job where I'm not getting smacked in the face. Like.
Yeah. Funny enough, Nate's the same way though. Nate got not as much as Conor, but he's got like what, 4 or 5 million in the bank.
I 100% agree with you. But
and he's a cheat. Hey, and he lives in stock. No. I get what you're saying, but $4 or $5 million in the bank, plus you got little business deals that you're doing all that shit. You don't really need to go fight if you don't want to. You're only going to come back for big fights.
But he could come back and potentially get, say, 10 million.
Sure. No. Yeah, sure.
So
he could.
Why wouldn't you want to triple your worth already? Conor comes back, he's going to earn what, a third?
Right. But there's a have to and then there's want to. There's difference.
But what I'm saying is like if Conor comes back to fight, he's going to fight for maybe 20, 30 million.
I wonder if they'll give him that. Or I wonder how much of a pushback they'll give.
Bear in mind that they'll give him pay-per-view points. That's what I'm taking into account as well. So maybe he gets 20 million and then or 15 million, and then he gets 10 million worth of pay-per-view buys back.
Sure.
Into account. So,
and he's worth it, to be honest with you. He's worth that money. He built himself to the point. Fucking props.
And I think that they'd market the shit out of it as well, so it would do big money. Mm-hmm. But the point being is if you're Conor, when you see that 100 million in the bank, would you want to come back for a third of what you've just fucking earned?
No, I know.
And fight in a sport where you're going to get, like, Conor walked away with 100 million and he ended up with a little mouse under his eye. He goes and fights against Nate. That's not going to be a little mouse under his eye for 30 million.
His face is going to be fucked up for 30 million. But he's the thing. That's the thing about him. He's leaving everything to be such a mystery. But he's keeping himself in the public eye. The Instagram post of him on a fucking yacht over and over again, which, by the way, sick fucking boat, Conor. Fucking good pick. But, all the Instagram posts and everything, he's keeping himself in the eye. Now, mind you, he's also got mad businesses coming out. Conor McGregor's a smart motherfucker with his money. He doesn't need to fight. You're 100% right. Maybe he doesn't want to come back. Maybe he's just fucking, playing Dana for a fool or whatever, going, yeah, I'll come back. Yeah. 2018, change my number. Change my number in January 1st. And if anybody named Dana White calls you, anyone from WME or UFC calls you, I'm busy. Oh, what do we tell him? Busy jacking off into my hundreds of millions of dollars.
Jacking off with 100 every 10 minutes.
Yeah, every 10 minutes, motherfucker.
One of the other reasons that makes me a little bit I'm not sure he'll come back, is the pictures that he keeps on posting with his missus and with his kid. And I look at that and I go, yo, he doesn't need it, bro.
No, and 100%, 100%, he don't need it. And I'm still one of the people that thinks it's a pretty good chance he don't come back. And if I'll tell you what, if I was Conor McGregor's friend, okay, and I gave a shit what happened with his life and all that, and he came up to me and asked me, he goes, look, sincerely, any advice? Do you think I should go back and fight? I would go, hey, you got that bank app on your phone, right? Yeah, go look at that real quick and tell me if you should fight. And that's it. Oh, by the way, go take a look at like Bob Sapp and videos of him on YouTube and see how he's doing. Or go look at Jim Brown. Yeah, Bigfoot Silva. Or go look at Jim Brown, who's very, very, he's very old, football player, a former running back football player, and see how he's doing as far as how old he's aged. And he's actually aged pretty well, but he's still jacked, right? Body hurts, you can't move very well and all that. See how Muhammad Ali was at the end of his days. You know what I mean? Like, just guys like that, and it's just like, is it, you fucking live your life, dude. You set yourself and your family up for generations. You're fine. You know what I mean?
Now, we'll go back to the key question, though. Back to the 170.
Okay.
Who you'd want to fight against Tyron Woodley?
It has to be between Jorge Masvidal. And by the way, Jorge's my number one pick on that.
Same.
Jorge Masvidal and Robbie Lawler would be a second, and kind of a distant-ish second. I kind of only want to see Jorge in there, but it would have to be like a distant second. And only because champions get rematches, he never got one. Yeah. And I think, he got caught in that fight. I believe he got caught. I think he let that fight go. Had he not gotten caught at that point, I think Robbie Lawler wins that fight. I really do.
The fight that I want to see more than any in that division is Masvidal versus Lawler. Just that's the fight. That'd be fire fight in that division.
That'd be crazy as shit. That'd be crazy. I was thinking about Donald Cerrone, but I don't want to see Donald Cerrone against anybody right now. Well, I mean, look, when they give you, here's the thing, when they give you Darren Till.
How disrespectful.
No, listen, who's legit, but not known. He's not a big name. Donald Cerrone's a big name. Donald Cerrone's getting set up to what do they call him wrestling? Put over?
You put over.
Darren Till. Yeah, Donald Cerrone's getting set up to put Darren Till over. For anyone, look, they asked Donald Cerrone at the fights this last week, I think, or was it the day before? Yeah, sometime this last week. Like, hey, what do you think about Darren Till? I didn't even know who he was till they told me that I was going to fight him. Bruh, you need to know who Darren Till is. Huh?
He gets to go to Poland, though.
Yeah, man, maybe he gets to, hang out with Joanna Champion. Yeah, how's it going there, little lady? Haven't we play some cards over here, huh? Yeah, right. Exactly. But
Joanna's gonna teach him how to strike and not get knocked out.
Exactly. No, but I don't know, dude. It's gotta be Jorge. It's gotta be Jorge. But I wonder if Tyron Woodley would take that fight
against Masvidal.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting because the simple thing is we don't really know what the problem is he was told he was going to get that big fight against GSP, and then he sabotaged his own fucking payday, and then
it bored the fuck out of us, and now we don't know GSP. Mind you, GSP against Tyron Woodley was boring as fuck too.
True, but I'm just thinking on the perspective of Tyron Woodley gets bank.
Right, yeah, and honestly, dude, I still don't believe this Bisping GSP fight's gonna be bank.
No, he's not in context, but with it being on the New York card, it'll do very well.
Certainly, I 100% agree with that. But Bisping, I don't know, man. I think Bisping against somebody else would be a bigger fight than GSP, to be honest with you.
I don't agree, because I just think that it's the return, and you bring back this white knight against the evil Brit. You Americans lap that shit up. Just like to say that, I know it's Canadian, but you guys lap that shit up. Like, if it's between a Canadian and a Brit, you're gonna pick the Canadian every day.
Every time. No, 100%. No, you're right, dude. And the thing is, what's funny is I always pick the bad guy. Like, I always root for the bad guy in movies and shit. I'm like, fuck yeah, get him. Like Narcos. You ever watch Narcos?
We had this discussion. I can't just sit there and read the subtitles.
Well, yes. Well, Narcos, right? I know the history of it. Goddamn well Pablo Escobar dies, but fuck if I wasn't rooting for this motherfucker the entire time. Get away, Pablo. Fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck the police. Let's go.
It's just, I just find it hilarious that, all the way through the 90s and early 2000s, most of your action films, there was always an evil British guy in it.
Dude. The evil guy always has an accent. Always
British.
Always British, or a Cuban. The Cubans on there a lot. No Mexicans, so we're good. But Cubans on there a lot. And fucking, so it's whatever. But it's weird. I actually got shit the other day for saying that I wasn't excited about GSP Bisping. That I thought it was a stupid fight. People were like, "Oh, I can't believe you said that. GSP's a former champion." I was like, "Shit." I'm like, Bisping's a current champion, and GSP was born as shit when he was champion.
And GSP, if we're being honest, got beat in his last fight.
Arguably last two, or arguably the last three fights. The The Nick Diaz fight, yeah, I gave it to GSP by a slight margin, to be honest with you. But mostly because he held him down the whole time and wrestle fucked him. But the Hendricks fight was like, ooh, wait a minute.
That was outright a win. I don't care.
Yeah. And then the Condit fight, arguable. You could argue that. Okay. But again, and this is going to apply to what we're going to talk about in a second here with UFC 215. It's going to apply. Do you believe in actually, we'll segue with this. Do you believe you have to beat the champ to beat the champ?
I personally,
you got to beat them.
I posed that question on Twitter, and it was interesting because I saw a lot of people saying that you had to beat the champion.
Yeah.
And when I put the tweet out for the vote, a lot of people said, no, you just have to win the fight. Now, I personally believe you have to win the fight. I don't think you have to beat the champion because at the end of the day, the fight is the fight. Like, it doesn't matter who it's against. It doesn't matter if you're fighting number 15. It doesn't matter if you're fighting somebody unranked. It doesn't matter if you're fighting the champion. If you win, if it goes to decision, obviously, if you win more rounds than the other person, or you dominate more rounds and it equates to 10-8 and you win more, but so by points, you win the fight. That's how it is. It doesn't matter. Like, and another thing I hate to hear as well. I saw that fucking what's his name. That Javante, the boxing dude.
Davis.
That prick. Somebody retweeted him saying, like, you don't win fights by having your back against the cage and constantly moving backwards. Well, hold on a minute. Floyd Mayweather made a career by moving backwards and having his back up against the ropes. So what we're talking about right now? Like, what are we talking about? Your idol and all that bullshit did the same thing in boxing. So what the fuck are we talking about? So he can go and eat a big bag of dicks. So, but the point being is I don't believe that you can't work going backwards and be classed as a winner. Yeah. Like, look at Dominic Cruz, for example, a guy who constantly went back and picked off shots and moved backward. I know that some of these guys are knockouts, but they did move backwards a lot during the fights. Anderson Silva, Chuck Liddell, these are people who move backwards to draw you in, and they do a lot of striking from moving backwards.
Right.
So I think it's stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of. By the way, Javante Davis is a fucking idiot anyway. I don't want to hear that shit. Missed weight and comes looking like a goddamn Smurf in his last fight. So what the hell was that blue fuzz shit? Asswipe. Goddamn.
But so
he comes out talking. He looks like he can't read either, so I don't give a fuck. But like, for example, like, okay, so I've been talking to a lot of people for the last 2 days. A lot of people are saying that Shevchenko got robbed, and I don't agree. Robbed? We're gonna robbed? But no, listen. Robbed though. Robbed means you clearly won the fight and they gave it to the champion. Like clearly won the fight. Now, I don't think she got robbed. I think she got a little screwed on that, but the difference is this, that she came forward the entire time. We agree?
Who did?
Shevchenko.
I thought Nunes was the one who was pressuring, but Shevchenko seemed to be the one initiating. I can't even say the word.
All right. It's all right. Nunes would come in with one shot. Just one big shot. Occasionally two. But one big shot. And if that big shot went through and she saw an opening, she sent one on the way out for the most part. But Shevchenko would come in like fucking blitzing, right? She'd come in almost every single time with 1, 2, 3 combos. You know what I mean? I wish she would have thrown more kicks, to be honest with you. Like a lot more kicks. But whatever. And Nunes did nail her in the stomach with some of those kicks, which was like, woo.
Yeah,
it hurt a little bit.
The body was lethal.
That was. So that wasn't in her favor. But I wouldn't say robbed. Robbed is kind of a harsh word to use for that fight. I do think when I'm watching the fight live, or when it was going on, I thought Shevchenko did enough. I was like, I think we have a new. I think we got a new one. And then when they gave it to Amanda Nunes, and then you saw scorecards, it was like, huh. I mean, okay. But do you think she got robbed? Like robbed though? This
is why I posed the word robbed.
Okay.
Because this is why I can understand why people see things differently, but there has to be certain things taken into account. I know people had different rounds and stuff like this. This is just how I scored it. I had the first round to Nunes, second to Shevchenko, third to Nunes, 4 to Shevchenko, and I had 5th to Shevchenko. Now, this is the reason why it gets awkward, and I feel like you can throw the word robbed in. So, in that 5th round, Shevchenko gets a head and arm throw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gets down, loses the position, but she takes her down, so it's a takedown, regardless. She takes it down, it's a takedown, then she loses the position. When Nunes had her back, literally nothing happened. They got up, that was it. Then you've got to take into account she was winning the striking game in that 5th round. Nunes kept on trying to take her down, but failed, which is important. Then, when she does take her down, she gets into full guard for 30 to 40 seconds, I want to say. And during that 30 to 40 seconds, did Nunes advance position? No.
Nope.
Did Nunes throw more than maybe 1 or 2 strikes? And I'm being very lenient by saying 1 or 2 strikes. No.
Nope.
And then you see Shevchenko throwing elbows, punches, open hand slaps. Like, she's literally working from the bottom. Must have thrown at least 10 to 15 to maybe even 20 strikes off of her back within the course of 40 seconds. Now, if she had done that, stood up, we haven't had new.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So what's the fucking problem? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I see it as, in a way, I can see why people would throw out the robbed. When people say the thing about the robbed from just she outstruck and stuff like that, I think it was very close in the amount of strikes they were throwing stood up. The thing that pissed me off the most was, like I say, the fact that just because she was in the submissive position, she wasn't in any danger.
No, she was in trouble.
Laid on her.
Yeah, here's the thing, is that, and I'll give you an example. This weekend, this last Saturday, my team had a tournament. We went to a tournament here in Phoenix, and and I was there supporting my teammates and my training partner there. He whooped ass. He got gold and everything.
Congrats.
There was appreciate it, but there was one fight that we were waiting for his next fight in the heavyweight division. There was a fight that was happening in the mat next to his, and you guys were going, they were fucking throwing down, whatever. One dude gets his back taken on the ground. Okay. Here's the thing. The guy takes his back, and there's people in the crowd that clearly don't know what they're watching. Like, they're brand new, or they're like friends of somebody. Like, oh shit! Oh, he's gonna choke him out. There was none of this. There was no arm around the neck. The guy who had his back taken did the right thing. Grabs the arm, puts it around behind his head, starts spinning around, gets in his guard. Right. So the guy that was getting choked out, that had his back taken, is spun around like he was supposed to, and was in the other guy's guard, starts working to break grips and break out. Right. And these fuckers are getting freaking out like he did something great. Right. And I'm like, and here's the thing. So here's my point. It looks nice. It looks dangerous. It looks fancy as fuck. But it didn't do anything. The judges don't know what they're watching. Okay? They don't know what they're watching. To them, that position of getting your back taken, it's like, ooh, shit. Ooh, Connor got taken out like this. Or, or Damian Maia take out everybody like this. This is dangerous. She's in trouble. She's going to lose. I think the perception of but here's my point. If you don't know what you're watching, you're basically pulling things out of your ass. I would love to, again, I've actually tried to get a hold of judges to do interviews. Not talking to nobody. At least not me.
That's not happening.
You know what I mean? Oh, hell no, not happening. And I was just like, hey, can I'd like to talk to you about judging and all that stuff. And then, I get a no comment or some shit like that. I'm like, God damn, dude. I just want to know what you look at, because I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Like, I'm going to send you the picture. I'm sure you've already seen it, but just so that we can kind of discuss this, because it's a very, very weird situation that we're kind of facing with this conversation. By the way, I just like to say that, in the comments as well, Gun Death actually said that he agreed with me. Cheers, bro. I don't know what about. But cheers, bro. I'm glad that finally you decided to agree with me. It's long time coming, but we can dig that.
Real quick, something just came through my Twitter feed, and it's just somebody. This guy tweets out at Rumble Johnson, please come back, Rumble, and then goes, please.
Oh, bro, that's so sad. That makes me.
I hope, man. I wish he'd come back. Although, you know what he said? He was like, I'm an athlete. I'm not a fighter. Isn't that amazing?
So stupid.
Well, I mean, there's a difference for the most part, but Like,
yeah, but I know when people say that, that's such an egotistical thing to say.
yeah, I'm an athlete, not a fighter. I'm like, all right, hey, do you think, dog? Should have played football.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, okay, then, so hey, you could have made a lot more money in a short period of time.
Way more money.
2 years. And not got punched in the head. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, just knock the fuck out with a helmet. But
like, come on.
Happy to get millions of dollars, dude. Some guys think it's worth it. I don't know.
Where can I find this thing? I've got it now. Right, just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to send this your. Sure. Basically, it's the scorecard from the event for the main event. So I'm going to send you that real quick. Because it's just interesting to see how they even scored it.
Yeah, the scorecard, so, yeah. All right, so what do we got here?
So the first judge, I don't know if you can pull it on the screen. Can you pull that up on the screen? Okay, no?
Yeah, I got you. I'll work on it. It's going to take a minute,
but
I got you.
Eddie's going to pull it up on the screen, so when we're talking about it, you're not going to be able to see our pretty faces, but still you'll be able to see what we're talking about, so that's a bit more important. Slightly. But yeah, we've got the 3 judges' scorecards, and we can actually see that predominantly most of them didn't agree on any of the rounds that they gave to other people. So
right.
That's
yeah. So I mean, so you see it right there. You see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see right there. The first one's Tony Weeks. The other one's Sal D'Amato, and then David, I think Thurlin, something like that. But yeah, those are. I mean, okay. So Tony or Weeks gave Shevchenko the first round. No. He gave Nunes the first round in the 4th round. And basically, that's your scorecard right there, right? The Weeks one?
No. Mine was Nunes first, Nunes third, and then the other 3 rounds were
Shevchenko. Yeah. Shevchenko. Nobody gave Tony Weeks gave the 5th round to Shevchenko, but the other 2 didn't. The other 2 gave Shevchenko the 4th round, but Tony Weeks didn't. This is backwards as fuck. What the hell?
And even when you look at the 2nd and 3rd judge, when you look at the 2nd round, both of them gave it to opposite people as well. And the 3rd, they gave it to opposite people as well. So it's so backwards in the way that nobody had a consistent opinion on any of the rounds.
Yeah, Edmonton's a weird spot. They're in some shit right now. I don't know if you follow Mike Russell on there on Twitter.
Yeah, I know.
At Mike Russell MMA. Mike Russell is a guy who's been writing about. Remember that boxer, former MMA fighter that died recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, Edmonton fucked that whole thing up badly, and so he's been writing about that. And so Edmonton's been in a little bit of hot water, and they're not necessarily the best.
What I was talking to Zane Simon, or Zane Simon, however you like to pronounce his last name, and he's an editor for Bloody Elbow, and I was saying that it was down to the commission for getting these crappy judges, but apparently these are just long-time UFC judges that are getting imported there. So these ones it wasn't even due to the commission. These are what the UFC decided to get in.
Oh, no shit.
Apparently, that literally the quote was, because I said to him, because I've always been under the impression that the commission gets local or near local judges, because that represents the state. And I put, don't know why I expected anything less from their commission, to be honest. And he said, nothing to do with their commission. Those are all imported, long-time UFC judges.
Yeah. Sal D'Amato and Tony Weeks, I've heard it before many times. Especially Sal D'Amato, who for some reason still gets hired as a judge. But it's kind of weird. That whole thing's weird. What's funny about the MMA world is that they're trying to make it so mainstream, so badly trying to make it mainstream. It's still very fucking sketchy. Like, very sketchy.
I just don't know why. I just don't understand how these commissions get away with some of the shit that they pull.
I don't know, man. Ask fucking Tim Hag gun death. Yeah, Tim Hag's the unfortunate fella that died in a boxing match. And what up, Liam?
Yeah, I was in the build.
Liam hanging out. But yeah, I don't know, dude. Fucking New York, Texas is. I think Texas is one of those that are like, shit, why are we going there? Fighters are gonna start not wanting to fight in California because of the strict rules. Some of them are anyway. So I don't know. It's all weird.
So did you have Nunes winning that fight?
No. I had it very close. I had it super close. I thought it kind of. I mean, it's one of those, and I hate the phrase. Oh, it could have gone either way, but fuck, it could have gone either way. So it's like I wasn't upset with either one, but I saw why Shevchenko was upset.
Shevchenko is a fucking G, by the way.
Yeah, yeah,
That
she was.
post-fight interview, god damn.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna get a third crack at her, but you know.
That's so annoying though, because that's one of those fights where you go, fuck, like Amanda Nunes doesn't have Shevchenko's number. Do you know what I mean?
No, she doesn't.
But
Hey, you know,
it's like WWE booking. It's like the dastardly heel who keeps on retaining the title whenever they defend it, and you know the baby face is always there, just like, oh god damn it, I just needed one more shot.
I was so close. Yeah. Fucking, you know what's funny is people are turning on Amanda Nunes now.
They're
turning on her.
They were.
Huh?
They are.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I'm not being funny, but you knock out Misha Tate.
Yeah.
That puts you in bad stead already. Then you beat Ronda Rousey. You know, mainstream fans are going to start hating you. So you've got hardcore, you've got mainstream. it gets to the point where it's like, eh. And I have to admit, you know, I think Shevchenko's a funny girl. I think she's a very charismatic person. I think she's really funny. Like, I legit, like, when you hear her talk, she's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I think that's more endearing than Amanda Nunes bitching and moaning all the time and then claiming that she's the best ever.
Yeah, she can claim whatever she wants, man. But who's the best ever female fighter, in your opinion? Just real quick.
Joanna. Like,
I have to agree.
Joanna, like, I know people don't like it because, you know, she's small.
People are going to go cyborg. No, not
cyborg. Yeah. But the thing is, though, is there's no asterisks next to Joanna.
Joanna didn't need roids, friends.
No asterisks. And the other thing, if Joanna was 20 pounds heavier, she'd knock out everybody.
Oh, fuck yeah. She was scary as shit.
Because she dominates chicks. Like, that Jessica Andrade fight, I thought Andrade was going to be like, after seeing her against Angela Hill, I was like, whoa, this is going to be a real tough test. She might fucking, you know, just smash her and she might just Hulk slam her and what, you know. Nope. Joanna was like, nope, this is mine. And I think she's one that, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I think it's ridiculous that she's not even in the top 5 for pound, if I'm being completely honest.
Where's she at right now?
I think she's like 8th or 9th.
That's weird. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just saying she's a dominant champion. And I know it's done by the media voting and it's bullshit and all that other stuff. But one thing that amuses me highly is the thing with all the Cyborg stuff is you see Cyborg complaining about this, that, and the other, and then she expects the UFC to get behind her.
Yeah, she complains way too much. Yeah, that text us. We were talking about that tweet. He's like, "Do you know what? Text me." And I'm like, "Shut the fuck."
It was literally like. It was literally like the I can't remember, is it Amy Biased or Amy MMA who put like she put when you're the needy side chick, and it's like, yo,
oh shit, that's so true.
Because Cyborg, for people who don't know, Cyborg commented on a Dana White tweet talking about, I think it was the Gilbert Melendez fight, and he turned around and said like, you were one tough son of a bitch or something like that, and she was the first reply on Dana's tweet saying, I've texted you, answer your phone, or something to words of that effect. It's like, God. And it's not like, that's so cringy.
It's bad. And someone take her phone. First of all, if that wasn't her, someone take her phone away from her boyfriend, because that guy's fucking weird, man.
You need to legit turn around and just like ring him or DM him or email him or something. Like, don't tweet him. Like, that's such a bitch move. Do you know what I mean? It's like the next thing we're going to see from Cyborg is, yo, I really wish that like bald-headed people would like text me back. Like,
yeah, some like, passive aggressive shit.
It's going to be some really silent
she's going to block him on Twitter and start saying a bunch of fucked up shit like that. Like, oh, fucking, why are bald guys assholes? Some shit like that.
Start subbing Dana White.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't know, man. Speaking of that Gilbert Melendez fight.
God damn. That leg's fucked up. That being said, that motherfucker was game to the end, dude. He didn't give a fuck. Remember, the doctor goes up to him, hey, can you continue? He's like, I can. Didn't hesitate. Didn't take even a second. He was like, yeah, I can.
When me and my friends were watching it, when the doctor came in the first time, was like, are you okay? Are you all right? And he's like, yeah. And the doctor just walks away. I'm like, this is Edmonton. This is Edmonton. Yeah. Like, this is 100% the reason why people are getting fucked up under your commission. Like, how you can look at that guy and go, yeah, it's fine. What? Like, he was getting kicked in the leg and he was just dropping to the floor like, yeah, I'm done.
Mind you, that was a smart play. People were like, "Oh, what is he doing?" I'm like, "He's fucking being smart, getting the fucking out of danger." I just he was trying to roll with nobody, huh?
I'd have stayed down longer.
Yeah, and
straight away. That was the weird thing to me. It was like it was going down.
He got up. Well, he got up because the ref told him. The ref told him, "If you get down, you look like you're hurting. I'm gonna stop the fight." And he's like, "Fuck, I better get back up." So he got back up.
I'd like to. I'm gonna go back and watch the fight and look for the audio. But it was like Stevens was like, "Get up." And then he got up, and I was just thinking to myself, like, fuck that shit. I'd stay down for like an extra 1 or 2 seconds just to chill, man.
I wait a few more seconds. Like Verdum butt scooting on Overeem. That's what I would do.
Trying to mess with that bullshit. But credit to Stevens with the powerful leg kicks. It was impressive. He looked very impressive.
Yeah, Gundes says I had to block Cyborg because that dude that runs his account is annoying as fuck. I just muted Cyborg. I muted her. I can't, or him, or whoever it is that runs that shit. Like, no, fuck that. I'm not playing your game. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking damn. I feel bad for Gilbert, but tough motherfucker, dude. Tough motherfucker. Now, what do you do with Gilbert Melendez if you're the UFC?
You P45.
He's 35 years old, man.
P45. Do you know what P45 is? Is that a thing?
No.
P45 is like what do you guys call it in America? Like, is it your pink slip? Like when you fire somebody?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, when
you cut him?
Yeah. P45 you call it over it.
Oh shit, Raider in the house. What up?
Yeah, we're getting all kinds of people up in this
video. Yeah. But fucking yeah, dude. I don't know. You don't send him to fucking
him off, bro. I'm not being funny, but you can't learn to check leg kicks.
God, I hope he retires before he gets cut. Please retire before you get cut. God damn it, Gil. Okay. I don't want to see Gilbert Melendez. No, I don't want to see Gilbert Melendez fighting under Bellator.
Go to Japan. Fuck it.
Okay, yeah, go to Ryzen. There you go. Okay, I'm cool with that. Let's do that.
Don't go to Bellator where you're just going to be used as a stepping stone. Go to Japan and just fight some nobodies, make a little bit of money, and get out of there.
Yeah, that's a move. I'm with you on that one.
You know what, right? If I'm a fighter and I'm getting cut from the UFC, I ain't going to Bellator. I'm going to Ryzen. I'm going to go party and kick it in fucking Ryzen. Get paid bank.
Yeah. I mean, he might go to – if they cut him, he might go to Bellator. His wife's there, but don't do it. Please don't do it.
Yeah, but if I'm a chick, I ain't going to Bellator. I ain't going to Ryzen, sorry. If I'm a chick, I ain't going to Ryzen.
Oh, no. Hey, hi. Welcome to a Bellator. Gabby Garcia. Fuck, no. Get out of here with that shit.
You start thinking of, like, on your contract, your first fight will be a mystery fighter, but you must oblige to this fight, no matter what or who it is. You must oblige to this fight. See Gabby Garcia's shadow over your back while she's signing it.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. I shred that bitch right away. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I was talking to people who were like, dude, Misha Tate should just go fight Ryzen, dude. She'd be so good. Yo. And I'm like, bruh. He's gonna get murdered. Like, by the way, never mind. That's a rolling with Eddie question. Never mind. Or fuck it. Yeah. Okay. Here's a rolling with Eddie question. All right. If you had to share a ride with anybody, one of these two, actually. I got to give you two choices.
Oh, okay.
Misha Tate or Gina Carano? Who'd you go with?
Yo.
Right? Hard choices, right?
Whoa. Okay. So are we talking about Gina now? Or are we talking about Gina back in the day? That's important.
I haven't seen Gina lately.
Gina doesn't look bad, but she's a little bit, like, sturdy.
Chunkier?
Yeah. No. Okay. I think she put on muscle. I think she's, like, a bigger girl.
Well, let's say Gina back then. Instead.
Gina.
Yeah?
Gina.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm saying not now is because, like, she's like your size.
She can powerlift me, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not trying to mess with that. Like, I know that, like, I'm sure I'm probably rocking it at like 145, maybe 150. I can handle that. But
hey, yeah, I'm with you. Gunn just said Gina all day, and then he goes, "Doesn't matter, Gina."
Yo.
That's right.
I don't know, because Misha's thicker than a Snicker, but I don't know.
Dude, Misha is it's just mean, dude. Mean. Anyway. Gunn goes, "Fuck you, Ash. I love big girls." Do you think, boy? Anyway, what about Henry Cejudo, man?
I'm not trying to fuck Henry Cejudo, I'll be honest.
I'm not talking. No, but okay, right. Good point. Anyway, no, but
He's looking like a shrunk up fucking Frank Shamrock. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that got weird real quick. Henry Cejudo against Gabby Garcia. Fuck it. Henry Cejudo, dude. Did you see that the stance he came out in?
That Connor stance.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that shit. Who else is playing touch butt now? What the fuck?
Hey, and he's knocking bitches out too. I'm just throwing that.
He fucked him up. Cejudo looked like he was on fire, but he thinks that he's the one to beat DJ. Does this make? Do you think this Henry Cejudo that fought on Saturday could do it?
That Henry Cejudo could beat anybody in the division, but that's the point, because he looks brilliant. But we've seen, right, this is the problem, right? This is the thing. We've seen the best of certain styles go against DJ, and he does whatever counteracts that because of the IQ that he possesses. We've seen where, like, he wrestle fucked the shit out of John Dodson. Mm-hmm. Wrestled him to a pulp. We've seen where, even out Jiu-Jitsu'd fucking Wilson. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he struck and then he submitted him. We've seen moments where he's put on striking clinics. We've seen I just think against Henry Cejudo where he was just like, I'm not going to try and wrestle him. I'm going to get him in the clinch where I know he's not going to be able to work, and then I want to batter him to the body, because he's not going to have that in him to defend his body, and he murks him. I just think that he, in a sense, is the perfect mixed martial artist in that context. I don't think anybody in that division beats him, including that Cejudo.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because if he does, I'm going to say this, he turns fucking full 125 John Jones on his ass, and then he decides, I'm just going to wrestle you, but when I take you to the ground, I'm going to jits you, and then you're done.
Like cocaine John Jones and dick post John Jones?
I'm talking like 2011, 2012 John Jones.
Who knows? John Jones would have been on some shit. I was kidding.
Nah, he was just...
No, what about Ray Borg drops. He's sick. It's not okay. Well, first of all, let's put the story out there, because that's how it goes. So Ray Borg uses Dr. Michelle something or other, right? This performance athletes or something like that company to cut weight, right? So he gets pulled in the fight because he's ill, the illness or whatever, and without him saying shit, that Michelle lady immediately puts out a statement. Oh, it wasn't because of weight cut. Like, motherfucker, we know how weight cuts work. If you cut weight, you're susceptible to getting sick. Like, very easily get sick. Like it's almost guaranteed you're gonna be sick the week of the fight. Almost guaranteed, right? You're gonna feel like shit, and you're around germs all the time. It's a good chance you're gonna get sick, right? So of course it's weight cut related. So then Ray Borg comes out. I don't think it was yesterday. I want to say it might have been yesterday. He comes out with a statement saying that he's no longer working on that Michelle lady. And he also said they don't speak for me, and they should not have spoken for me. Now, Ray Borg was supposed to fight for the title. Now they're supposedly trying to rebook it, or DJ's trying to rebook it for 216, which, hey, good luck with that. Okay, and it's possible. But if you're a matchmaker, whoever it took over, I think Sean Shelby took over, Joe Silva's job, whatever it was. Actually, someone else handles the lightweights. If you're the matchmaker, do you go, yeah, fuck it, let's rebook the fight, or do you go, damn, this Cejudo kid starts the shit out of Wilson Heiss, or to me, what seems to me to be the more popular option, they're on Sergio Pettis against DJ. What do you do, Ray Borg or one of the other two?
I think you throw in Ray Borg because that's the fight that it's supposed to be, and you know, accidents happen and stuff. But then you make Pettis versus Cejudo.
Pettis versus Cejudo. That makes sense. And real quick, Liam's asking, saying, I don't know why they didn't just make DJ fight Cejudo on Saturday. I was on holiday, so I missed the details. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but what I've heard rumblings up, don't take it as a report or anything. I heard people talking about it, and people that would possibly know that Cejudo would have turned that fight down because he wasn't ready for that fight. That he wants a full camp to fight DJ, which makes sense to me. It makes sense. You know, he's a guy that's like number 2. I think he's like number 2 in the division, number 1 in the division. So it's not like he's, you know, too far away from a title shot anyway. But I wish he would have fought him. That would have been.
So one of the other things you've got to take into a factor, and you know, what is it? 90% mentality, 10% physicality. You know, at the end of the day, Cejudo knows what it was like in there last time.
Yeah, he knows. He knows, and that's why he don't want to go with the same bullshit.
And I think it's smart. I think you get another fight under your belt after this one. I think he fights Pettis, gets another W. Mm-hmm. If it comes out like that, gets another W, then fight for the title. But you win. There's nothing more humbling when you get your ass kicked, is there? Like we've all,
no.
You know, when you get your ass kicked again, like you don't openly turn around and go, I want to do it again as well. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're training, fine. But when, like, say if you fought the tough kid in school and he whooped your ass, you don't want to fight him again. Like,
yeah, you don't want to do that again, huh?
So with that same thing said, you know, it's all good and well him wanting to fight and stuff, but I don't know. I think so. Smart. I think he needs to just keep on building. By the way, guys, we appreciate all your comments in the chat. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel as well. We really appreciate it, and obviously we're just going to keep on bringing out all this content. But you were saying about DJ.
Yeah, real quick. Raider says that, as far as the moving Cejudo to the main event, she says, I think it would have been unfair to Heist, though, because he went through the camp and all that, but I wanted that too, 100%. It would have been unfair to Heist. But then Liam says, and this comes to my next question as far as DJ goes. Liam says, anyone who shows should get all show money and half a win money if opponent doesn't show. DJ said he doesn't. DJ said he didn't get paid, and he doesn't know if he's going to get paid.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't know if he's.
What the fuck? What the fuck's going on with that shit?
It's because Dana White weren't there.
Seriously, dude. Okay, you guys in the comments tell me. You know, let us know in the comments if it bothered you as much as it bothered me. Bothered the fuck out of me that the boss of the company wasn't there for a fucking pay-per-view where one of his champions was fighting. Supposed to be 2 of them, but one of them was fighting at least. Should have been there. What do you think? Because it would annoy the fuck out of me, man. I was like, what the hell, dude? What kind of unprofessional shit is that?
I do think it's bullshit. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I just find it crazy though. I do think though that if you could have saved that main event, more people would have bought it. So you could have still afforded to pay Wilson his fight money for turning up.
No, I mean they haven't even put in like preliminary numbers yet, right?
No.
Have they?
No.
Okay, because the supposedly it's sold out, right? The place is sold out.
Yeah, it did well as far as like the gate and whatnot.
Okay, yeah. So I want to know. I want to see the pay-per-view numbers, man. I don't think it did as bad as it was.
I just think though. Imagine if you could have got. I know this sounds stupid, but imagine if they'd have just. I don't know if they could have just got Cejudo to fight him, paid Wilson his win money. So say that probably isn't even 100,000 if we're honest.
No.
Probably 50. What, 25 and 25? You think, or 15-50
for Heights?
Yeah, for Wilson. Yeah.
What's the Heights? Yeah. I don't know what his contract is. He's not gonna get 100K. He'll probably get like 40 and 40 at most.
So you pay him 40 and then another 20. So you pay him 60. Do you think
that makes sense?
DJ fighting on that show, on that card, would have surpassed?
Oh, okay.
More in money. Do you think
more?
No, I'm just talking about money. So bear in mind,
Yeah.
is it like $90 or something over for you guys? So do you think that the bump of fans of DJs would have equated to more buys?
Sorry, what was $90?
The paper isn't your pay-per-view in the States like $90?
It's like $60, $60 or so.
Right. So $60, right? Okay. So you'd need 10,000 fans of DJs to buy the pay-per-view?
I mean, probably. I mean, it would be a little bit of a bump. It won't be that much. It won't be very much at all. I don't think.
You don't think
Honestly,
10,000 fans would?
I don't know. Yeah, okay, yeah. 10,000 fans would do it. Like his fans, definitely. Like, look, that would have made me tune in more than I did. Like, I watched it. Me and my friends threw down literally like $10 each and fucking bought it. Because we're fight fans. We're all hardcore fans, so we're gonna watch this shit. That's how it is. You know what I mean? But if DJ was fighting, I would have been more inclined to get it because I like DJ and I'm one of those guys that likes seeing this motherfucker just do everything perfectly. You know what I mean? Not to mention that Tim Elliott fight still, goddamn, dude, shit. But at the same time, it's I don't know, man. MMA is such a fickle fan-wise. MMA is a very fickle sport for the most part. Okay, for example, like if the Stipe is not talked about enough, agree?
100%.
Okay, Stipe Miocic might end up maybe one day, but right now he's top 5 heavyweight of all time. Right?
I agree.
Okay, top 5 heavyweight of all time, but everyone's like, when's King gonna fight him? When's King gonna fight him? It's sort of Ronda-ish. We're like, oh shit, remember the poster against Nunes? Ronda's back. Yeah. Oh, and then she's fighting this one girl. You don't worry about her. Ronda's back though. Ronda's back. You know what I mean? Not to that extent, but everyone's asking, when's King gonna fight him? When's King gonna fight him? When's Ngannou gonna fight him? Or when's Overeem gonna fight him?
I think Ngannou is the main one people say because he's been killed on the block and he looks scary.
And he's a scary looking motherfucker. Wait, goddamn dude, looking like the fucking not anymore, but looking like the fucking Predator. Yeah, put him in there and then just Photoshop Arnold Schwarzenegger on Stipe, and you got it, dude. Done. But
that's pretty much the crack as well.
Yeah. But so it's just a lot of perception. Perceptions. Oh, this is cool. This is not. Ronda had no striking, but fucking someone told. What was it? Edmund was telling everyone that she could fucking beat world champions in boxing. Get the fuck out of here. Shit like that. It's perception. But
question.
Okay.
Do you think MMA fans would be a little less fickle if, in a sense, it was organized in the sense of like teams? So like you had a league of like subpar of the league, and you had these gyms that were represented by fighters, so they were contracted not necessarily under the gym, but as an affiliate of the gym. So then your gym was represented by you. So you'd have like a subpar league of like the best gyms, top 20 gyms, and you worked your way up by X amount of your fighters winning, or if they won titles, or
yeah. So you're saying would there be more fans?
Would fans be less fickle?
Maybe. You ever heard Laker fans not think they're gonna win the title? I mean,
this is what I'm saying. Like if you were a fan of TriStar,
yeah,
you're rooting for TriStar. You're tuning in every week for every TriStar guy, girl.
Yeah.
Would you be more supportive because you're not just going, I like that guy because I like that girl because, and
I wonder because let's say we go with that. Let's say that was a thing, and me and you were just like not hardcores, but not totally new, right? We were like casual-ish.
2013 fans.
There you go. We were 2013 fans. We just started watching, right? Like yesterday, right? I would be a scrap pack / Cesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, fucking fight team, Nick Diaz Academy fan. You'd be a straight blast gym fan. We'd be fucking against each other all the time. Exactly. Yet I like Conor McGregor and you like Nate Diaz. It makes no sense, right? So that means would it work for fickle fans? Sure, I think it would work. It'd be a fun experiment to do. It'd be fun to see how that would work. And Reebok fucking give me some royalties for this. You could sell jerseys like a motherfucker. Imagine that. Exactly. People wearing SBG number 7, McGregor in the back, or number 1, McGregor in the back. Number 7, Kavanaugh, or Artem Lobov on the back of your jersey. You're welcome, Reebok. Now pay me, bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with you, dude. I just think that it makes things more interesting when you have an affiliation with, because when we look at MMA, like you like somebody from ATT, you like somebody from TriStar, you like somebody from SPG, you like somebody from Scrap. There's no affiliation. You're just a fan of the fighters.
Yeah.
And we're not even a fan of a division. We're like fan of like this fighter from this division, that fighter from that division.
Yeah.
And there's no consistency. So it's like I might not like a certain guy in a certain camp, but I don't know he's a part of their camp. I might just not like that guy. But
Yeah.
if it was a thing where you were, affiliated, it means more.
The fucking Cleveland Cavaliers burned LeBron James jersey when he left to Miami. For 4 years, they booed him. But he's back. He's on our team again. Hey, yeah. Fuck yeah, LeBron. Hey, bro, I never burned my jersey. Well, it's in the back, taped up like a motherfucker, right? That's what it is. Now, in the conversation, they actually brought something up. We're not really talking about the whole, the 4-on-4 at one time in the ring thing.
No.
But, no. But if they could put that on American television, please believe that shit would sell. Put that on Spike.
Yo. Don't give Bellator any more ideas.
Oh, Bellator's already thinking about it. I guarantee it.
God damn.
I guarantee they're thinking about it. They're probably not going to do it, but I guarantee they're thinking about it. They were looking at it like, ooh, I wonder if we can do that shit. Scott Coker's probably in the back, sniffing glue and shit, going, yeah, fucking why not? You're all right.
Did I send you that link where there was some guy, like there was a load of guys fighting in it?
In what?
Oh shit! I didn't send you. God damn! I watched a video today, and it was basically like I don't know what the term is, but in stadiums where they usually have like rodeos where they have like the bullfighting and all that shit.
Right.
It was like all like fucking just dirt, and there was like two goals, like football goals, in this bottom of this arena, and it had 25 guys. 25 on each team, and literally they were like, you'd have the ball, so it was like handball, so you throw the ball, so it weren't like rugby, you can throw it forward and this, that, and the other, no pads, and you could legit fucking punch people in the face, kick people, wrestle with them on the floor, this, that, and the other, and the only thing you weren't allowed to do was you weren't allowed to gang up on people, you weren't allowed to beat them up in a fetal position, and what was the other one? Double team.
No shots.
And no, because yo, come on. And what's the other one? There's something else. I can't remember what the other one was. I think it was like the illegal stuff, so you weren't allowed to kick in the dick.
Gouging and shit.
All that kind of stuff. But it was fucking 25 people. There's 25 people, and they're trying to get the ball from one side of this fucking like rodeo arena type thing in the dirt to the other fucking side.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like,
send me that shit. Send me that shit after the show. I want to watch that.
I'm trying to find it because it was on Facebook earlier.
Yeah, just send it to me later. Don't worry about it. Gunda says, stop shitting on Bellator. God damn it. I love Bellator. I like Bellator too.
Scott Croker's alive.
Yeah. That being said, stop making those fucking circus fights, man. That shit's irritating as shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. The state of MMA is kind of weird right now.
It's because we're a young sport, though. We're in, I don't care what anybody says. It's a young sport, and it's like people are acting as if like we should have all the answers, and MMA should be an easy thing to understand. And it's like, well, it's not, because shit, it's there's so many little things that need to be changed. Like we don't even have good judges yet. Do you know what I mean? Like let's start from the bottom and work up.
Let's be fair. Like, for example, referees in certain sports are dog shit too.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is there's more teams, so there's more referees, so there's more shit. So,
by the way, where the fuck is Josh Rosenthal? I just saw him ref. He just refed Invicta, right?
I'm not sure.
You know who Josh Rosenthal is, right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah. He went to fucking prison for weed. How dumb was that? Or for drugs, anyway. He went to jail for drugs. Yeah, it was stupid. I think for I don't know, maybe distribution. I'm not sure, or trying to do distribution or something like that. I don't know. But I liked him as a fucking ref. I thought he was a great ref.
I just think that like we need to. There's three things that need sorting in MMA.
Okay.
Weight cuts. They need to come up with a new system or a better way of getting these guys to fight in certain divisions. They need to sort out the judges, so they know what the fuck they're even looking at.
Right.
For the most part, the boxing judges, they don't know what they're even looking at when they're on the ground. And thirdly, can we sort out these guys a paycheck? Can we like
what the refs?
No, the fighters. Can we actually?
Oh, I was gonna say,
like, some of these fighters, they're getting like on the prelims, they're getting 5K.
Dude, Sarah Moras cried on the walkout because she thought it wasn't going to be possible. She had to do a GoFundMe, man. She did a GoFundMe to pay for her camp. She's in the UFC, the biggest organization, MMA organization in the world. And she had to GoFundMe for her camp.
So, like, can we sort out their health? Can we sort out the referees not fucking up their fights? And can we pay them accordingly so they can fucking live?
You know what would help that? A union. You know why that's never going to happen? Because Conor, Ronda, and none of the top fighters want to do it. Guess what, Ash? We're back to step one, bro.
Yo, we can at least sort out the weight cut and judges, though, for real.
Something. I don't know, man.
You can sort out the weight cut and judges for sure.
Yeah, Raider says, yeah, that shit was with Morris was crazy. Like, what the fuck, man? 100%. That's what the fuck, man. Like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, let's figure that out. Let's figure that out. Let's put that in the budget, Dana.
Yo, fuck you, Liam, saying that he likes my wallpaper. Get the fuck out of here.
That's the best. Dude, for so long I thought that was real. Turns out it's fucking wallpaper. I feel cheated. Like buildings in the UK is supposed to be so old that shit should be real.
You got fucking duped, bro. Yeah.
More ass was awesome.
Oh, God damn it. I don't know.
Anyway.
It's just one of those crazy things. I'll be quite honest with you. This weekend's card, I'm not even remotely even looked into it yet. So that's going to be something we'll probably...
What, this weekend's card?
This weekend's card, yeah. The Rockhold one.
I tell you what, this weekend's card, I'm not angry at. We don't have to break it down right now, but I'll pull up the card. I'll pull up the card just so we can like just go over who's on it before we...
Yeah, I'm gonna say we'll break it down tomorrow, guys. We'll do a little breakdown tomorrow. Usually we do it later in the week, but there's so much shit going on this week. I'll be doing loads of NBA 2K18, pardon me.
It comes out on Friday.
Yeah, it comes out on Friday. I'm gonna be completely and utterly on that. I've got the day off work.
Yeah.
So I'll be smashing out a bare amount of content. So me and Eddie will probably be going on a tear on Friday if he's free.
Friday, I actually be out of town. So we're gonna talk about that off air, but yeah. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Fuck it, I can tell you. So we had the tournament this last weekend. My team competed. There's one this weekend in San Diego. My main training partner is gonna be fighting at, and our professor more than likely can't go. So I'm gonna go coach-ish, yell out the shit that I do now.
Eddie up in this bitch.
Yeah, right, dude. The best I could do is like, look, use your wrestling and work your jiu-jitsu. And it was funny because he was getting his back taken, and I started yelling just out of instinct, spin, grab the arm, put it around your fucking head and spin. And my professor was yelling the same shit. I was proud of myself for about a quarter second. Because once he spun, I started going grips, break the grips. And then like he couldn't break the grips, right? And I go, I didn't say the dumbest shit ever. It was like, I got a weird look from the person next to me. All right. That was clearly a teacher, and I'm not, right? He's clearly a teacher, and I go, meaty, like the meaty part of the hand, right? When you have to break a grip, and especially with the gi, you go for the meaty, this part of the hand, because there's more to grab onto, right? And you peel it. But I'm not yelling, grab the meaty part of the hand or break the hand. I go, meaty. And everyone's looking at me like I'm a fucking weirdo. And I'm like, yeah, break the grip, bro.
Oh, when you're rolling with Eddie, he always tries to grab the meaty bit.
Oh, it got better. All right. At one point, he spins into this dude's guard, right? And this guy immediately starts to triangle him, like trying to grab the arm and shit. My professor and me are doing this. Keep your arms in. And I'm just like, what are we doing? And I look at my professor like, dog, what the fuck is this? We were laughing during the match, dude. It's fun. No, but I gotta I gotta corner this weekend. So I'm gonna be in fact for the fucking fights. I mean, I'm probably gonna miss most of the card. I'll probably get to the main card, but honestly, it's pretty solid main card at least, right? I mean, Kamaru Usman just killed it for me. Never mind. Oh Jesus! All right, well look, it's solid fights and they're free. Why the fuck not? Gregor Gillespie's on here. Jason Gonzalez is on here. The co-main should be fun. Mike Perry against Thiago Alves, two strikers, two heavy hitter strikers. Thiago Alves, please fucking make weight, dog. Just please make weight. That's all I need you to do. Hector Lombard returning against Anthony Smith. Look, get mad if you want to. oh yeah, fucking Lombard's gonna win for sure. Lionheart's a bad motherfucker, dude.
Sure.
Do not sleep on Lionheart. And the main event should be fun to watch because Rocco's gonna fuck David Branch up.
I mean, David
fuck
Branch
him up.
Leathers him.
What?
I hope David Branch leathers him.
Oh, 100%. Everyone does. That being said, it ain't gonna happen, dog. Luke Rockland's gonna fuck him up.
Okay, we'll see.
All right.
Okay.
Gunda's coming after you. Gunda's coming after you. He goes, I'm still laughing about the wallpaper comment. Phony! Ash is a phony!
Yo. That's so harsh, man. Like, why are you gonna
Gunda's is the man. Oh, now he's going after me with a meaty shit. You just messed up, Eddie. I'm never gonna let that go. Just wait till you get back on Twitter. Meaty. Yeah.
I don't even
believe me. No one around me let it go either. They were asking me about it. Meaty. Meaty part of the fuck you guys. Whatever. Like
rolling with Eddie and he grabs the meaty bit. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Hey now. Hey. Rolling with Eddie's all about Misha Tate, Gina Carano, and like Paige.
What was that other chick? What was the other chick that I sent you earlier?
Oh, okay. So that's Natalia. What the fuck's her name? I follow her on Instagram because she's weird.
I bet you do, sir. I bet you do.
As should everybody.
Hey, I'm not hating. Pull her up if you want, dude.
She puts up some like really risque photos, should I say? Let me pull it up. Hold up.
Definitely plays in no gi.
She plays all the no gi. Whoa, where the fuck is she on here? All right, never mind. I can't find her. But regardless, no, fuck that. I'm gonna find her. Hang on. I'm gonna find her.
He's determined now.
There she is. Natalia Santoro. Right? That's the chick you sent me, and I recognize her immediately. That's Gordon Ryan's chick.
Not mad at
Good for you. Good for you, Gordon Ryan.
Bravo, Ryan. Bravo.
That being said, they got the same amount of fucking abs. They both have like 8-pack abs.
If you were looking at the abs, I don't know what to ask you. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm just saying, dude.
I couldn't count when I saw that picture.
She's fine as hell, man. I'm telling you that much.
Shit, I couldn't count to fucking 60 for the drive.
Yeah. Liam goes, I'm with you, Ash. It's good wallpaper.
Oh shit!
All right,
I don't know what to do with that.
Anyway, so this week's gonna be good. But also Canelo Triple G this weekend. I'm not missing that. So if they're giving me a choice between Rockhold Branch and Canelo Triple G, I'll probably watch my boy Canelo because we're from the same town.
Cool.
Right. GDL in the house. Anyway,
I'll just be like, cool, some boxing's on.
Hater.
I'm not a hater. I hope it's a good fight for
anyone
watching it, but
yeah. I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a really good match. I can't call them fights anymore. I try. It's gonna be a sick fight between Canelo and Triple G. It's a match, dude. Why? Because that's not a real fight.
Boxing.
It's not a real. Yeah, it's not a real fight. It's not a real fight unless you're unless you're wary of kicks, takedowns, and submissions. If none of that's in there, it's a match.
Yeah. It's an exhibition. Yeah. I was talking to my friend about it on Saturday because we were watching.
Goddamn right, Team Canelo. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, goddamn. We were talking about UFC on 215, and when we was watching it and we was talking about boxing, I posed the question: is boxing more relevant now because of the Conor Floyd fight? Because it seems that everybody seems to talk more about boxing now on social media, especially. People who I've never heard talk about boxing openly talk about it more now because of the spectacle that boxing. Now it's like MMA swap places with boxing. Boxing became the dirty secret that nobody wanted to talk about, and everybody talks about it now.
Yeah, for a little bit, man. I think it's gonna go back. No, I think it go back. I think boxing's gonna fade away again. You know what I mean?
They're doing big super fights now because the limelight's on them.
It's the perfect time to do it.
But there's only so many times you can do it, and then you've got nothing left.
Like Andre Ward should be looking for a big fucking fight right now. Okay, fucking Triple G and Canelo is a big fucking fight. They're smart for doing it the way they're doing it now. Oscar De La Hoya might be a genius asshole, but genius for talking mad shit on the McGregor Mayweather fight, bringing attention to just to him and to that fight. Now, does it look bad? Sure. Okay, but who's going to be talking about who's talking about Oscar De La Hoya a bunch during the fight or during the day of the fight and the day before the fight? ESPN. They're going to have him back. So now it's not the greatest way to get promotion, but it's a decent way to get promotion. But you're right. The McGregor Mayweather fight has put such a big spotlight on boxing. Right now is the best time to have big fights like Anthony Joshua. I don't know why the fuck he's on the fight to fight whoever the fuck that guy is.
I agree with Raider in the comments. We did boxing a favor, them Stobbs.
100%. She's right. She's right. 100%. We did him a huge favor, and they were all shit talking this whole fight. But now they're gonna be doing big fights, man. Everyone saw Gervonta Davis because, even though he sucked, they saw Gervonta Davis because of Mayweather McGregor.
I hadn't heard of him literally until the day of the.
I knew about him. I known about him for a while because he's under Floyd Mayweather. He trains with Floyd Mayweather, so he's got power. He's smooth. He's fast. He's quick. He's defensive. But the guy he fought, he should have finished, and I think he finished him in a dirty way with the fucking shot to the back of the head, right?
Behind the head, like he came across him at the top of the back of the head. So.
Yeah, he should have legitimately knocked him out with like a hook right to the chin or something, but he couldn't do it. So to me, he ended up looking bad. To boxing fans, he looked bad. Yeah. To MMA fans, he looked boring and annoying. That's literally what it was. So Davis came out looking bad, I think, overall.
I don't know. I think with boxing, there's certain things that they could change to make it more exciting, to make it more fun, but boxing's so historic, they won't change, they won't evolve, and that's going to be the downfall of boxing.
We'll see, man.
You know, but right now, at the end of the day, there's no evolution. You know, like with every other sport in the world, there's a change that can happen, like certain evolving processes. You know, like styles and players, because it's multifaceted. But with boxing, it's one man or one woman versus another, and that's it. And with boxing, it's just there's too many negatives aspects to it now when there's MMA that's easily palatable and digestible.
Yeah. No, the thing about boxing though, if you think about it, they don't have names, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but how do you make names? By making it exciting. And if you don't want to tune in and make
it so boring. Right, you know how to say a strike with the iron's hot? Iron's melting right now, right? I mean, for the most part, after McGregor fight. Okay.
To an extent.
Yeah, like they probably should have moved faster. But that's why I don't like the Joshua fight. Who's he fighting? Some dude I never heard of.
Nobody. But it was mandatory that he did.
Okay, well, fucking pay the fine, dude, or whatever the contract stipulation is.
No, they take the belt off you. They take the belt off you.
Fine, give it the belt. He's exciting as fuck to watch. Get a fucking big fight.
I agree with you, but then the thing is, though, is like if he had the opportunity to get every belt and unify, and that's what boxing is, and that's why.
Yeah. Now, Raider asked, "Do the MMA fighters getting boxing licenses not have the freedom to be sponsored?" I think it depends. If they're under contract, for example, with the UFC, the way Conor did it, you'd have to deal with UFC first, and then work out terms with them, and then see if they get, he should be able to get sponsors in a different sport. You're not fighting under UFC at that point or under MMA promotion, right?
Yeah, but you're under a fight contract, because I know that they were saying the same thing about Jose Aldo when he first were on about leaving to go and play football. They said that he can go and leave and play football, but he can't go and leave and do boxing.
Huh. So it depends on, okay.
So I think it's a combat sports contract. So
gotcha.
Because
in fact, they could probably tell me we can't play soccer either. They're probably just like, that's cool. Go make money kicking a soccer ball, but you're not making money for somebody else fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
It's like when I saw Cyborg get her boxing license. I was like, if you think anybody's going to pay to see Cyborg fight, you're an idiot.
Dude, no one's going to watch her. I'm sorry, no one's going to watch her. And I hate to say that. And and it's funny because I'll say that shit on Twitter. And Gunda says Conor got outside sponsorship. He got it because he negotiated that with the UFC. So I don't know how that worked out, but he negotiated that. Was part of their contract. And that was talked about like publicly. So that's we know that. The thing about Cyborg, I'll put it on Twitter like everyone's like, oh, Cyborg's gonna fight Tanya Evinger, and I sitting there. First of all, I was rooting for Evinger. Okay, I wanted to see the upset, not because I dislike Cyborg, because I like the upset, and Evinger's a bad chick, and no one ever talks about it. Yeah, she could fight like a motherfucker.
She's a big
yeah, crazy chick too, nutty, and she fucking kissed that one the post fight. What's her name? Lauren something or other. Invicta. You ever see that? Yeah.
The Invicta presenter, she throws up.
I laughed my ass. Yeah, after she puked, that was hilarious. Anyway, but If I tweet anything like that, the fucking Cyborg fans come at you, man. Like, dude, goddamn, they come at you. But
Do you
that being
get
said,
sun-kissed by any chance?
huh?
Do you get sun-kissed by any chance?
No, get the fuck out of here.
God damn. If I say anything about Cyborg, there's this one person on Twitter that just comes at me with the fire.
I know who it is. I know exactly who it is, and we can talk about it after or whatever. But I know exactly who it is. I know who you're talking about, and yes, she will come after you like a crazy person. But you gotta give her props. Gundeath says, "I'll holler at you later. Gotta feed the boy." Thanks for the chats. Hey, thanks for coming on, Gundeath. Appreciate it. Yeah, but yeah, dude. Anytime I say anything bad about or even like not favorable, unless it's positive of Cyborg, I get shit. It's hilarious. But yeah, I don't want to see Cyborg fight shit. Not like boxing. In an MMA, I get somebody that can someone fight back at least. Like the problem is not her fault that no one can. It's not her fault that there's no one out there.
It helps when she manipulates her way to kind of face certain people at certain times, though. I think that helps.
I guess, man. I don't know. It's fucking.
There was an opportunity she had to fight Ronda Rousey at 135, and then she wouldn't try and get down to 35.
I don't think she can. Do you think she can?
Could have. She could have. We're talking like 5 years ago now.
Oh, 5 years ago? Yeah, she could have tried it. See what happened.
I just think a good nutritionist. But what do I know?
Yeah.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'll cut this one. And I just want to say thank you all for tuning in. Make sure that you check out our sponsors, Bain Jiu-Jitsu Athletic Apparel. You can use it for all kinds of athletic training that you do. You can get spats, rash guards, hoodies if you want to go running. They do mugs, they do bottles, they do artwork as well, and it's all Jiu-Jitsu inspired. It's beautiful artwork. Go check out Bain Store. That's BAIN store.com. Use the code word HEELHOOK, the heel hook. Use that. Get 10% off your entire order, so you can get as much stuff as you want at bainstore.com. Use the code word, the heel hook, all one word, and get yourself 10% off. Secondly, the OGs, Receptra. Receptra do hemp extract products, CBD oils, topicals, butters. They're beautiful, man. They help out with an array of different things, whether it be arthritis, whether it be inflammation, whether it be stomach issues, whether some people say it helps with like cancer and all kind of other stuff. I personally use it for inflammation. Eddie does also when he do rolling, and it's a godsend, man. So go and check out Receptra. That's RECEPTRA, and that's global.com if you're in the United Kingdom. It's RECEPTRA naturals.com if you're in the United States. That's receptionnaturals.com if you're in the States, or receptionglobal.com if you're in Europe. And use the code word the heel hook for 10% off all your CBD and hemp extract needs. So where can they find you, Eddie?
All right, find me on Twitter at Eli31, and of course the podcast is on crossroadsmma.com, iTunes, Crossroads MMA Radio, and I'm also on Snapchat, Eli52. So make sure you come hang and shit and shoot the shit, subscribe and all that. And definitely subscribe to this channel because we do a lot of shit here too. For sure. And shout out to Raider, Liam, Gundeath. Thank you guys for coming on here and hanging out, shooting the shit. I enjoy, and Keith earlier on, I enjoy when the interactive shows are the best, dude. That's like the easiest, most fun shows to have. So
I just appreciate all these guys coming through, man, because it's all love, and appreciate getting everybody's thoughts and whatnot. So make sure you tune in. We'll definitely be into tomorrow. We'll probably do the breakdown for the card this weekend. So, get your opinions, come through, give us the comments and whatnot. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. We're also on iTunes. We're also on SoundCloud, so you can follow us and subscribe on there. It's just The Heel Hook. If you're on Twitter, you can follow us at The Heel Hook Show, and you can also follow me at Ashley Lamprey. That's ASHLEYLAMPREY, and you can also catch me on Snapchat at Just Ash Official. So thank you all for tuning in. This has been The Heel Hook. Peace up. It's now. We are